Burt Bacharach passed away last week, but his music will live on for generations.
And for a man in Milford, he can play the ballads on a piano once owned by the composer. CBS News Detroit's Terrell Bailey has the story.
What the world? And so it's a work of art to me.
Dan Yessian has had quite the career. For years, he's wrote music for commercials and movies all across the world.
I was writing a lot of local music for commercials, one of which everybody seems to remember, Dietrich Furs by the Dietrich family.
With Burt Bacharach's passing, the musician is looking back on one of his idols.
I followed Burt Bacharach in the 60s.
Burt Bacharach was the composer behind famed songs like What the World Needs Now and That's What Friends Are For. Launching his career in the 50s, everyone from Elvis to Aretha Franklin performed his songs. For Yessian, he has something a bit more personal. It all goes back to 2005 when Yessian got word of one of Bacharach's pianos going up for auction in L.A.
I needed a drink because I needed to numb myself for the amount of money that I was going to pay for this piano.
Yessian tells me after a quick back and forth on the bidding floor, the piano was his.
I couldn't believe that I was going to be the recipient of this man who's been my musical hero.
Before the Steinway made its way to Metro Detroit, Yessian says the piano sat in the musician's ex-wife's home for years.
I had talked to Angie Dickinson, who had told me that she could not relinquish Burt's piano bench because that's where Burt sat.
Bacharach wrote more than 500 songs recorded by over 1,000 artists. One of his most famous ones, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, was actually composed on the piano Yessian now owns. With the piano in the Yessian family for years now, the family has also created their own memories with the piece of musical history.
Everybody comes in, my family that is, to sing Christmas carols, and then I'll lunge into some Burt Bacharach piece.
With his children also working in the music industry, he hopes to have the piece of history around for generations to come.
Gives me great pleasure to know that I have a piece of history.
Reporting in Milford, I'm Terrell Bailey for CBS News, Detroit.